The civil war in China continues, with the suspected Soviet-supported communists, led by Mao Zedong, in firm control of the northern provinces, pushing their way south into the territory of Jiang Zeishi's nationalists. While Truman briefly attempted to bring the two factions together in an effort to promote peace and understanding, neither side has been willing to make concessions for a settlement. George Marshall, who worked to reach a settlement, reported upon his arrival back in the United States that communist leader Mao Zedong firmly believes he can win the nation by force. Only time will tell. While Japan still holds many of the northern Chinese cities, the ruined nation is slowly pulling out of their former empire, having already deserted the Korean peninsula and several major islands. Some suspect the Soviet Union of aiding the Chinese communists in retaliation for being shut out of Japan by the Allied Control Council. However, this has not been substantiated as of yet. Meanwhile, Japan continues its transformation into the 20th century, under the direction of General Douglas MacArthur. Showing a remarkable adaptability, the Japs have accepted several political and social changes, including universal suffrage, a parliamentary government, the disbandment of its military, and even de-emphasis of the exalted emperor, without major conflict. Our former aggressor is emerging from the ashes of World War II, stable and the firm ally of the United States.
Why does my hair always fall flat?
Do you want this kind of hair?
Yeah!
Let me show you my trick.
Nifty! Wow, it's so volumized.
Looking pretty spiffy.
Better hair for the whole night?
You'll be in the spotlight. Hairspray.
Yesterday saw the unexpected re-election of President Truman for a second term. Truman defeated Republican nominee Dewey by 303 electoral votes to 189. However, less than 3 million votes separated the two in the popular election. Truman has had a long, hard fight to keep his place in the Oval Office. He can only be overjoyed that the hard work has paid off. Starting last spring, Truman faced almost insurmountable obstacles in his campaign for re-election. Popular polls showed most people considered him incompetent. And with two of former President FDR's sons supporting General Eisenhower, rumors flew about the nation that the Democratic Party may even nominate someone other than Truman. Having alienated many Southern conservative Democrats with the establishment of the Committee on Civil Rights in 1946 to promote anti-lynching and anti-poll tax measures in order for better treatment of separate races, this seemed not an unlikely occurrence. Several of these offended Southern Democrats formed their own third party, the Dixiecrat or the States' Right Party, with J. Strom Thunderman of South Carolina for president. It appeared Truman wasn't faring much better with Northern liberals. Many prominent liberals mistakenly saw, and still do see, the containment policy of the United States as a threat to world peace. It appeared Truman wasn't faring much better with Northern liberals. Many prominent liberals mistakenly saw, and still do see, the containment policy of the United States as a threat to world peace. These liberals formed a fourth party, the New Progressives, and former Vice President Henry A. Wallace is their candidate. However, Truman's aggressive whistle-stop campaign, moving speeches, and the successful Berlin airlift earlier this year all served to raise his campaign back from the dead. While the Progressive Party alienated many with its left and communist leanings, Dewey left many feeling cold with uninspiring speeches. No doubt the support of independents and Midwestern Republicans turned Democrat are what allowed Truman to claim victory last evening. In light of his victory, Truman claims he will urge Congress to initiate a fair deal program. At the moment, this program is said to increase minimum wage, fund a public housing program, develop a national health insurance system, and repeal the controversial Taft-Hartley Act. While Truman has proved he can win over the people, it remains to be seen whether he can win over Congress as well.
Does your neighbor look like this?
Does your neighbor talk like this?
Does your neighbor like the color red?
Does your neighbor try to avoid the color red?
Does your neighbor make more money than you?
Does your neighbor look at you funny when you put up your American flag?
If so, your neighbor might be a communist.
If you suspect anyone of being a member of the dreaded Communist Party,
contact the House Un-American Activities Committee and we can help take care of them.
They aren't being American, and that's what America is for.
Call 1-800-555-HAUC. Again, 1-800-555-HAUC.
Damn. These little... Damn it! fun. And repeal the controversial half. Why half? Damn. Go back. We got to do the dramatic page. Damn. Starting last spring, Truman faced almost. Starting last. Thank God.